Hello and welcome to my channel, Talisman Tarot. In this reading I want to ask the cards and Spirit directly through channeling about what your ex thinks of you. And I have 4 groups here that you can choose from. This will be group number 1, this will be group number 2, this will be group number 3, and this will be group number 4. And so I will ask you to use your intuition and choose the group that speaks to you the most, the group that catches your eye, and that group will be your group. And if you need any more time to choose, you can just pause the video. But if you don't need any more time, then just head down to the description box below and find the timestamp for your particular group and click on that, and your reading should appear in front of you. And while you're down there in the description box below, make sure to check out my guide on how to buy a personal reading from me. It's always a pleasure doing personal readings for you guys. So please check that out. But let's focus on this reading right now. Choose your group and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1. You chose this Jolanda Tarot deck, and I'm gonna start with some channeling and then I'm gonna shuffle these cards for you. So I'm gonna start with the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 1, the people who will choose group number 1? Group number 1. How does group number 1's ex think of them? How does group number 1's ex think about group number 1? Okay, so I am getting something about a glow up, that you've had a glow up. So I think this person might be regretting ending this relationship, or I don't know if this person ended the relationship or if you ended the relationship, but I think this person regrets how things turned out. I think this person looks at you now and sees you as very beautiful, and I think you were probably beautiful when you two were dating as well, but it's like now I think this person feels like you're even more beautiful and that it's not fair in some way. I don't know why, but that it's unfair, that maybe this person feels like they are not as attractive now as they used to be. So maybe they feel like you got a glow up and they got a glow down, like they got or not a glow down, but like they feel like they downgraded, or maybe they also feel like the partner that they are with right now is a downgrade from you, they feel like you leveled up, they leveled down in some sense. It's with the four of Cups reversed, this is a pregnant woman on this card here. So, but it's reversed. So I feel like maybe your ex thinks of you as someone who is not a mother. Like maybe this person feels like they are maybe currently with someone who is a mother, like that they or a parent, or maybe this person is a parent right now. So maybe your ex has gotten a child now, and so they might feel like they are kind of stuck, like they can't really wiggle themselves out of this pickle, like that maybe they feel a bit trapped, like because now they have children and they see you thriving and they see you without children, and I don't know if you have children or not, but I feel like for most of you, you don't have children, and I feel like your ex might be a bit jealous of you because you don't have children right now, because they feel like their life has gone downhill since they got children, or something like that. I know it might not resonate with all of you, but I feel like this person is jealous of your situation. They feel like, whether it's, I don't know what the situation is, but I feel like this person feels very stuck, and they see you as very free to do whatever you want to do, that you don't have anything binding you, keeping you down, keeping you locked down. So yeah. I also feel like with this being Four of Cups reversed, I feel like this person, your ex, I think your ex feels like you're a bit indifferent towards them. I don't know if your ex has tried to contact you or anything like that, but I think, or maybe this person just saw you in a grocery store or something, and they might have waved at you and you might have ignored that, or something similar to that. I don't know. And I think this person feels like you two used to be very close, and now suddenly there's this disconnection, that there's just, it's like nothing is left behind, like that it's like you just moved on, and maybe your ex is kind of still a bit like I feel like your ex has a hard time moving on from this connection, even though this person might be starting a family right now. They might be happily married right now, and so maybe they have this whole life that you're not a part of, and they are very blessed. This person is very blessed and very, like, very, yeah, very, should be very happy actually, because they have a lot going on for them, but somehow they keep getting pulled back in time and think back to when you two were together, that it was a simpler time. And it could just be because this person has recently become a parent, and it's maybe very overwhelming to this person. So of course they get a bit nostalgic when they think of simpler times without children. So it might just be that. So I'm gonna shuffle some more cards about what your ex thinks of you. Okay, so with the Knight of Cups, I think your ex sees you as someone who is very, very, like, I think they see you as very lucky that you I feel like this person, like your ex, might also have seen some photos of you on social media, and I think your ex felt like you had a better relationship. I don't know if you're in a relationship right now, or if you've been dating someone recently. I don't know, but and maybe you posted a picture of that, or I don't know. But I think your ex might have felt like, oh, you seem more happy, you seem more you seem to be in a more loving relationship right now. I don't, like, for those of you who are in a relationship right now, I think your ex is a bit jealous of that connection that you have with that person, because they feel like maybe it should have been them, like that's maybe what they feel. But I think they also feel like you seem to smile more with that person than you did when you two were together. Like that it's kind of obvious that this is a better situation for you. And I think that kind of makes this person feel like maybe they failed or something. But I think, like, when you two were together, I think your ex felt like you were a bit dominant. And I think that might have been one of the reasons why you broke up, even though maybe it was your decision. But I think if it was your ex's decision to break up, I think your ex felt like you were suffocating them in some way, because maybe you are very stubborn, and you might not take a no for an answer. Like you might be someone who would do anything to achieve a goal. And I think your ex might have felt like you were a bit controlling, but I feel like now I think they understand what you were doing. Like, I think they kind of see the good in what you did, that it was okay that you showed this person the right way, like the way to do things in a more efficient way, like that you were the organizer, and that you also helped this person find a good routine in their life. And so I think this person feels like you actually had a big impact on their life. You actually contributed with a lot of positive things that this person uses today as well. Like that you have really made an impact, and they understand you more now. They can see what you were trying to do. You were trying to maybe give this person some discipline that they didn't have before they met you, and they understand why you probably also were a bit annoyed with them, because this person lacked discipline in their life, and that this person was unmotivated and unambitious and all of that, but and they understand it now. I feel like this person has more like, it's like this person has gotten like a background view on on what was actually going on, like but this person didn't really see it back then. Like they couldn't really see the forest for bare trees, like that it was hard to really, yeah, I don't know, but with the Two of Wands reversed, I feel like this person sees you as someone who was very straightforward with them. You were direct with them. That you didn't sugarcoat anything, and I think they appreciate that now, that you were so brutally honest towards them, because I think this person might have some people in their life right now who they can't completely trust, in the sense of like they don't know whether they are just pretending to like them or if they are just pretending to like their ideas. Like this person is a bit uncertain whether they have true friends in their life right now who would actually tell them if what they were doing is actually like really a really bad idea. Like yeah, so I think they miss you because you showed them the way. You gave them guidance. You were critical, but in a good way, where you gave constructive feedback, and you didn't just say whatever you thought they would want to hear. You spoke your mind, and I think this person really appreciate that now. They didn't appreciate it back then, but now they really miss that, because it made them feel like they could face the world with more confidence, because you were so critical that you filtered out all the bad ideas, and this person, like your ex, could trust that whatever they would show the world after having you look through it and tell them what was bad and what was good, they felt like they could more face. I feel like this person just felt like you grounded them, you showed them the way, and it really, I don't know, but it's, I feel like this person feels less confident now that they don't have your constructive feedback, because they are just extremely afraid of doing something stupid that everybody's gonna laugh at. So they just don't do it at all. Like they just stop themselves from doing whatever they actually want to do, because they don't have your feedback. So I feel like they feel a bit limited and less confident. Even though I think it's a bit funny, because I think back when you were dating this person, or spending a lot of time with this person, I think this person felt like you were breaking them down and making them less confident, but you were actually doing the opposite, because this person actually felt more confident back then than they do now. And I think they have realized that it actually made them more confident to have your constructive feedback. So but yeah, but I think this person has really made some like, this person has thought about your relationship a lot since you broke up. I think this person frequently thinks about it and thinks about what like I think that this person with like with this card here, it says frivolity, but it's also like it's a butterfly, and it's reversed, and I'm more focused on the butterfly in this card. And I think when you two were together, this person felt very very hopeful of the future. They thought they could do anything, and I think they felt like when you two were together, they felt like you had this transformative energy on them, that you were making them a better person. But now with this card reversed, I think they feel like they are kind of stuck as the caterpillar. Like they can't really transform into the butterfly that they were like that they were so certain that they would become. So I don't know. It's like I think this person just really feels like, also with this, that I think they feel like you have transformed lately. You have transformed into the butterfly, and they feel like they should have transformed into a butterfly too, with you, and that they are stuck as a caterpillar. You have transformed into a butterfly. You're beautiful. You're thriving. You have success in your life, and you seem happy. You've had a glow up. Like you're living your best life, and they just feel like they are stuck in a life that they don't feel like is theirs. Like they feel disconnected to their own life, and I think they have a hard time appreciating what they have, because they are stuck in feeling like they were meant to have something else, and that their vision of the future 5 years ago or 10 years ago, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, were different. That they thought things would have gone down differently. And I think they feel like a lot of the reason why everything has gone downhill is because this person isn't with you, and that they are in a relationship that they are not actually happy with. And yeah, and I think they regret a lot of the things that made this happen. And so I think they know that they fucked up. Even if you made the decision to break this off, they still regret the things that they did to contribute to that decision that you made. If you made the decision, then I think they just, like, this person is not mad at you. It's very clear to me that this person isn't, like, that's also why I feel like it's you who broke this off, because this person isn't mad at you for this for wait that makes no sense. If you broke it off, then they would be mad at you, but I don't know if but I feel like this person is, like, nonetheless, like, no matter who broke this off, I feel like this person is not mad at you. They are mad at themselves. They regret either pushing you towards making that decision or making that decision themselves. I don't know, but, like, they just feel like it's sad. Like, it's a sad situation. But yeah, they have absolutely no, like, bad, like, bad thoughts about you, like, no vengeful thoughts towards you. Like, this person just wishes that things had gone down differently. But yeah, but I'm gonna shuffle some of these archetype cards just to get a bit more information on what your ex thinks of you. Well, this with the Liberator and the Saboteur, these cards came out together, and so I feel like this. I think, yeah, this person might see you as the saboteur of this, even though they are not mad at you. They feel like maybe you sabotaged this relationship in order to liberate yourself, and that you chose freedom. You chose to get out of this relationship, maybe because it wasn't up to your standard, and they knew that they knew that they were not the right match for you, that you deserved something better. But they see you as the person who well, they feel like, I think this person understands your decision. They wouldn't have wanted to choose them if they were in your shoes. I think they see that they are not a great match for anyone. They know that they do things that aren't great. That they have some habits, and they have some things. They have some some patterns, some behavioral patterns that they can't really break out of, and they know that they are someone that people liberate themselves from. That everybody kind of levels up after being with them, because there's really no way but up. Like, people it's So I feel like this person also just, like this person, this person sees you as liberated. They see themselves as the one left behind, but they have their own life. I really sense that they have their own life, and if they do, maybe they don't have a family. I know that it's more likely that, like, maybe for half of you, this person has a family. For the other half of you, this person doesn't, but they have their own life. They have good things going on in their life too. But this person seems like a bit like someone who's wallowing in their own grief, in their own pity, and I think that this person is also a bit stuck in the past, because maybe they feel like they are not in control over their situation right now, like that. Somehow I think they look back at a time where they were where they were more in control of the outcome of their life, like that they feel like it's a bit chaotic, everything. But yeah, I think they see you as someone who got away, and that's good for you. That somehow they wouldn't want you to be stuck in a situation that you don't want to be stuck in. They like, I don't know if you moved away, like, and maybe this person also understands that, like, not everyone wants to live where they live. Like, they might be a bit like bound to their location, where they don't feel like they can actually wiggle themselves out of that area, because they might feel a strong attachment to it, or they might feel like they have people around them that they can't let down, so they need to be in the local area, and they can't move away from that. And maybe you moved away after this relationship stopped, and maybe this person feels like that's good for you that you got out of that, because it's not a great place to live, but this person just can't really picture themselves in another situation. Like that, it's just out of the question for this person, for some of you. So I don't know, but yeah, but that's all I have for you. Group number 1, I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one, and have a great day, and bye. Hello, group number 2, you chose this The Wandering Star tarot deck, and I'm gonna start with some channeling, and then I'm gonna shuffle these cards for you, group number 2. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So, Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 2, the people who will choose group number 2? How does group number 2's ex think of group number 2? How does their ex think of them? Okay, so this person seems a bit mad. This person feels like they were mistreated in some sense, which I think is kind of outrageous that this person would feel that way, because I think in your mind, I think you were the one victimized by this person, but somehow this person has turned that around in their head, and now they believe that they are the victim of this story. And of course you can, like, I feel like this person this person has just been changing up the story. Like after you two broke up, like this person has been talking to people and saying like, oh, they were in a horrible relationship with a crazy person, and like, of course these people are probably not people that you know about, so it doesn't really concern you, or it doesn't really affect you what this person is talking to their friends about. But like this person has turned it around and made them the victim of this story. And I don't know if the people that this person has talked to about it actually believe this person, because I think they know that this person has a tendency to lie about personal stuff like that, and just stuff in general. I think this person might be a pathological liar. They might have a tendency to make up stories, make up facts, like come up with facts like that can easily be proven wrong. Like that it's not it's not hard to find out that this person is just coming up with numbers that don't exist. This person might have done some fraud. I don't know. Like I don't know if this person has done something illegal at work, like changed up some numbers in an Excel sheet, like something about changing numbers, doing something, I don't know. But I think this person has a hard time telling the truth, like, and being truthful and following the law and following the rules of society. And so but I think this person, like when this person thinks of you, they think of you, like even in their head. I think this person has been telling this lie for so long that they are starting to believe it. Like they believe that they are actually the victim of this story, and that you were mean to them. And like, this is a bit like a child. Like when a child gets yelled at by adults, when they are a certain age, they don't take it in. They just see the adult as mean, even though the adult is trying to discipline the child. And but at some age, I don't remember the age, but they only see the adult as mean when they yell. And so I think if you yelled at this person, even though you had very good reason to yell because the person was doing something bad towards you that was affecting you and hurting you, I think they just somehow turned it around in their head and thought, oh, you're so mean towards them because you were yelling and that you were raising your voice, and somehow they feel like now it's like you were just being mean and I don't know, it's and intolerant. That I don't know why, but I think this person feels like you weren't being tolerant towards them, that you weren't understanding how they were actually feeling. So this person might have done something to you, something really hurtful, like called you names or telling you that you were like a whore, or that you were sleeping around even though you weren't, and like, or something, and and they had absolutely no evidence, but they just, like, I think this person just made up things and made up stories. Maybe even when you were together, they might have said, oh, they saw you with somebody else, and that they know that you, like, that you were cheating on them, or like because they had, like, had proof that they never showed you, of course, because they only talked about it, but it wasn't actually there. It was just made up, and then they just used it as a threat that they could actually share that with others or something if you said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing, but there wasn't any evidence, and you probably knew that, but they were using it against you, or like, I don't know, there's just something about this person using some fake evidence against you, threatening to, I don't know, for some of you I feel like this person threatened you and threatened to either do something physically towards you or do something psychological, some psychological warfare, where they might have threatened to sabotage your career or something if you didn't do the right thing or didn't say the truth or didn't, I don't know. But I feel like this person knows that they did all these things, and they know that the things that they did were bad. In some sense, I feel like this person knows that, but in their mind right now, when they think of you, they think that they feel like you should have known that the reason why this person did all these things were because they were insecure and they needed validation from you, and that they that you should have known that they were hurting inside, that they were going through something difficult, that their father died, and that you should have been more considerate of that fact, because of course the fact that this person's parent died gave them a free pass to do whatever, to say whatever and lie to you, and like that you should have just allowed this person to do all these things because they were going through a difficult path, like a difficult time in their life, and that it justified their bad behavior, and that you should have known that, or you should have understood that, and you should have been on the same page with them, and you should have been able to see through all the toxicity and seen that actually deep down this person had a pure heart, but it just wasn't active at the time, that it was passive because of all the things that were happening. But that's just not how things work. Like, that's not how things work in real life. But I feel like this person is just so narcissistic and so self-absorbed that they believe that you should have been able to understand that when they said one thing, they of course meant another thing, and that that you should have been able to see past all the lies and all the cheating and all the and seen that deep down they actually loved you, even though they were doing all the opposite things, all the things that showed very clearly that they didn't love you, but they felt like, oh, you should have known because maybe you're a psychic, and so you should have known that they actually loved you deep down. But I think this person's just like, this person is just playing the victim, and it's because it's easier than facing the fact that they actually were a dick to you. Like they were really a douchebag, a very bad person. And but this person never actually faces that fact, because they always try to just, like, whenever the story shows them as the villain, they just change the story and make themselves the victim of that story. And yeah, or even the hero. Like, but yeah, I'm gonna shuffle and see what the cards have to say about this person. What what this person thinks of you, your ex. What does your ex think of you? Okay, so I feel like with sorry, but yeah, I think this person sees you as like as a blend of excitement and conflict. Because this card here, it says Spannung, and it says conflict. Spannung, I think, like, roughly translated from German, Spannung is sort of like thrill, excitement. Maybe not. I'm not completely certain, but that's at least how I read the card now. So maybe the mistranslation is meant to be. So, but yeah, I think this person sees you as the mix of thrill and conflict, and a mix that this person finds I think this person is excited by that, and was excited by that when they were dating you. I think they really enjoyed this dynamic that you two had. That maybe you had a lot of make-up sex, like where you got in a conflict, you started arguing, and then you made up, and then you had sex, and like that there's that it wasn't a boring relationship you two had. And I think this person enjoyed that. I think this person feels like you were on board with it. Maybe they felt like that the fact that you had this dynamic relationship justifies what they ended up doing towards the end of this relationship, which I think is a misconception that this person had, that somehow they had convinced themselves that they could do anything towards you, and then you would just make up, and then everything would be fine. So this this person might have taken advantage of the fact that this relationship might have been a bit borderless, with boundaryless, like without boundaries, and that this person had been able to get away with a lot of things before you broke up, like before the thing happened that was the deal breaker, the thing that ended this relationship. So I feel like it's like somehow I'm thinking of a weird example here, but like if you have a kid, if you have a child and the child is really bad at singing, like really bad, but the child still wants to sing, then as a parent you need to just be supportive of the child, and sometimes a parent can end up like riling the child up and make the child believe that they actually can sing, even though they can't sing, just because the parents don't want to suffocate the dream that the child has. And then all of a sudden it escalates, and the child ends up wanting a career in singing, and might even participate in a song contest or something, and then, or a singing contest, and then they find out that they actually can't sing, and then they go to the parents and yell at the parents for making them believe that they actually could sing. And then the parents tell them, parents tell the child that they had to play along with it, because, and I don't know where I'm going with this, because it doesn't really apply to this situation, but I think what I'm sensing here is that maybe your ex feels like you made them believe that what they were doing in the relationship was okay. That maybe it started out with like fun, something that was fun for both of you. Like maybe you accepted that this person might have some kinks or some fetishes, and you might have played along with it and said like, okay, that's fine. Like as long as it's not something that hurts you, then it's okay. Like then maybe you played along with some things, and maybe there was some banter and something where you maybe made fun of each other in a light way, where it wasn't anything that bad, and maybe your ex feels like you created a scene where this person, or that you made a trap, even though you didn't. I know you didn't, but I'm just trying to explain this person's mindset, which is a bit hard to explain, because this person is not really being that rational, but and isn't really seeing things very clearly. But I think from this person's perspective, they see you as the person who created a trap for them to fall into. That you created the scene, you made everything like you made them believe that it was okay to call you names, because it was like you didn't say anything, and maybe you even laughed at it a few times, like at first, but maybe you kind of liked the whole banter thing that you had, where you might have also said some things to them, but maybe you didn't expect them to become really evil and hurtful. So I think this person just took it to the next level, and maybe this person also crossed some very serious boundaries, and didn't really realize that they did that because the boundaries had been pushed over a period of time, and they somehow feel like if you had just been more clear on where the line goes, that they wouldn't have crossed the line so many times. And that it also makes them somehow feel stupid now, looking back at your relationship, because they might have done something several times and they thought it was okay, they thought it was fun for you, they thought you were on board with it, and then when you broke up, you might have told this person that you never liked that you never were on board with it, and that it was never enjoyable for you. And maybe they feel like foolish. Maybe they feel a bit foolish for thinking that you actually enjoyed it when you clearly didn't, and that it was hard for them to read the signs, and they might be like, I think they see you as very hard to read, that it's hard to figure out what you like and what you don't like, and somehow they put all the blame on you. Like they are just putting the blame on you. In their mind, they just see you as someone who was really hard to read. You weren't being clear about what you wanted. You didn't really verbalize your boundaries. You just expected them to know when they were crossing the boundaries, and that they just felt like you somehow contributed to this. But then, like when you broke up, they felt like you just only pointed at them and made them out to be the villain, and I don't think they enjoyed that, so they just turned it around in their head and made you the villain of the story and made them the victim, even though it's clearly you. You're clearly the victim here. They should have been able to pick up on the signals that you gave. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know when someone is not enjoying themselves, especially during sex or something like that. It's not hard to, like, it's also not hard to ask, like, ask the person whether it's okay, or like I think this person just didn't really think about it. They didn't take it into account that you were not having a great time, and I think it was mostly because they were so self-absorbed that they only thought about their own pleasure, and they didn't really think about you during that. And so but with the lovers reversed, I think they see you as someone who like they see you as someone they weren't meant to be with. They don't in a way, I think they see you as like a bit of a mismatch, to like that you two were clearly not on the same page, and so it's good that this ended, even though they are kind of vengeful and kind of mad at you for again. And I think they would kind of want this, like if you came back to them, which is clearly never gonna happen, but if you did, I think this person would be open to try it again, like try dating again. But as long as that is never going to be a possibility, and this person clearly knows that there's no way back. But so I think when this person thinks of you, they think of you as someone who just wasn't right for them. Like they kind of turn it around and make it like that you two were clearly not compatible, because of your differences when it comes to sex, that this person might see themselves as more liberated in some sense, and that you're maybe just a prude in their mind, like that. And I think that's very, very far from the truth. The truth is very likely that this person crossed your boundaries and should have known better, but didn't, or was too self-absorbed to realize what was happening, and so now they're just justifying it in their mind, so that they don't actually have to see themselves as an abuser. I think they have a hard time coming to terms with the fact that they might have abused you, and I think that's a hard pill to swallow. It's hard for them to really get like they don't see themselves that way. So I think this person is the type of person who would call themselves one of the nice guys, and they are clearly not. But yeah, I think they believe it somehow. Like in their mind, they believe that even though they know that they have hurt you and probably also hurt other people too, they still feel like that they are not their actions, that people should be able to distinguish them from their actions and realize that their actions are separate from their being, their person. That their person is something else, their soul inside of them. Like they are not their actions, even though that is the biggest load of crap. Like that, we are our actions, but in this person's mind, it's not the case. Like they are not in control over their actions. Sometimes they do things without thinking, and so how can they be accountable for the actions they did when they weren't present or weren't all there? Like they feel like that is a free pass. Like if you're not thinking straight, then you can't be held accountable for your actions. Maybe this person was under the influence of something when they did something hurtful to you or crossed your boundaries. Like, but still, that's not an excuse. But somehow this person might believe that. So, yeah. I think that's all I have for you. Group number 2. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And have a great day, and bye. Hello, group number 3. You chose this Sola Busca tarot deck, and I'm going to start with some channeling, and then I'm going to shuffle these cards for you. Group number 3. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 3, the people who will choose group number 3? How does their ex think of them? How does group number 3's ex think of them? Okay, so I feel like this person wishes that you two were still together. So I think this person really misses you. This person misses your sense of humor. I think this person feels like you two were very in sync when it came to humor. I think you laughed at the same things, made the same jokes, had maybe some internal jokes too that only you two understood. And I think this person misses that, misses the fun that you two had, the fact that you two had your own skit together, like your own thing. Maybe you even had your own lingo, like you used the same words that maybe only you understood because it was a reference to something else and something that you two had seen or something. And so I think this person has very fond memories of the time you two had together. So I think this person, like when this person thinks of you, they think of good times. Happy times. And I think this person feels like they don't really understand why it had to end. And so if you're the one who broke up, I think this person feels like they don't understand that decision. If this person broke up with you, I think they feel like they were just kidding, or like something where that they weren't actually being serious, and you took it very seriously. And I think they feel like that was the dumbest joke that they ever made. I don't know if this is like, I know this is very specific, but I think this person feels like for very few of you, I think they feel like in their mind right now, when they think back at it, they feel like they broke up with you as a joke, and that you should have kind of known that they weren't being serious. And I think this person wants to be together with you again. Like, I think this even if this person didn't break up with you as a joke, they might have broken up with you in a very unserious way, where it wasn't a break, like, but maybe they didn't really think of it as a permanent thing. It was maybe just more temporary because this person wanted some space or something, but you saw it as very definite. So yeah. But I'm gonna shuffle and see what the cards have to say about what your ex thinks of you. Okay, so with the Two of Wands reversed, I think this person feels like maybe they felt like this was too serious, and that scared them. I feel like this is about how they felt when you two were together, and I think they felt like you two belonged together. And I think this person was very certain of that you two would go through anything together, you would overcome anything together, that there wasn't anything you two could not move past. And I think that's maybe also why this person felt like the breakup seemed unreal to this person, because it like in their mind they always just thought that everything could be fixed. And when this person realized that this could not be fixed, I think they felt like their world kind of crumbled down. And so I think this person was very, very sad when you two broke up. And I think this person hasn't moved past it now. I think I feel like for many of you, this person is still single, and I think this person has a hard time finding someone else, because this person, like with this star card being reversed, I think this person has lost hope in love. Like if they can't be with you, they don't want to be with anyone else. And so I think this person sees you as their person. With the Ten of Pentacles, I think they thought you two were going to grow old together. That you were gonna be the two people in the retirement home who would be cracking jokes together and laughing together and singing together, and kind of sad. Like this seems sad. With the Two of Pentacles, I think this person knows that you were maybe always a bit less certain of them than they were of you. Even if this person was the one breaking this off, like I still think they, like in their mind, they thought like you're not, that you were maybe never completely sold on the idea of spending the rest of your life with this person, that it was more a romanticized vision that they had. But they also knew that there might have been differences in like in your lives, that your lives were different, that they might have had other ambitions than you did, wanted other things in life and out of life than you did, like that that you might have more star potential than they do. And so I think they just feel like I think they like they see you as someone who is very successful and someone who has a lot of potential for creating a lot of wealth in your life with the 10 of Pentacles. I think maybe they feel a bit like the peasant in this story, and that you're like the princess of the castle, and they are just like that they are just the, I don't know, like some the what's it called, the jokester thing, the jester, yeah, the jester, that they feel like the court jester, and that you're just like that they are just this funny guy, not a lot of not with a lot of ambitions, but they try to make people laugh, but of course that is maybe the only thing they can do, like that somehow they are, I think this person is very aware that they lack ambitions, they aren't very serious, and sometimes it's also hard to live with someone like them, and they know that too, that it requires a lot of patience from their partner, and maybe you were not patient enough, and I think this person understands that. They understand that you didn't want to be with them, but I think they still have hope for this connection. But I think the hope is fading away, because they know that, like, maybe if you have found someone else, I think they realize that, okay, they might have lost their chance with you. So I don't know, but I think they, like, in a perfect world, they would want to be with you. Like, if they could change the story, if they could change the history, they would have done things differently. And maybe been the person that you wanted and needed. I don't know if this person told you that they don't want children or something, and maybe that was the deal breaker that you two had with each other, that one of you wanted children and the other one didn't. And I think this person knows that was a deal breaker for you, and so but things in their mind, things just couldn't be different, because they knew that that was their, like, if this person wants children and you don't want children, then I think that was just too big of a sacrifice for this person. But if it's the other way around, I think they understand that, like, if you're the one who wanted children and they don't, they understand that of course you need to be with someone who can actually fulfill your wishes and not be stuck with someone who can't. So yeah, I'm gonna shuffle some of these archetype cards just to get a bit more information on what your ex thinks of you. Okay, so with the hero, I think like this card here, it's two people climbing a mountain, and I think this person I think this person sees you as someone who's very motivational, someone who wants to lift their partner up. So I think they really felt that you were lifting them up when you two were together, that you were trying to push them to do more things, to be more ambitious, to get a better job or get a raise from your current job, and or like that they should get a raise from their current job, like that you were pushing them to do better and live up to live up to their potential, and I think maybe live up to your potential too. Like maybe you had, or not potential, but live up to your standard. So maybe this person felt like when you two were together, you were kind of pushing them to be someone they were not, because that was your standard that they were that you were pushing them towards, that you didn't want to be with someone who lacked ambition, maybe, and that you were meaning it in a very good way, like that you were very nice about it. You just gently pushed this person in the right direction, like maybe encouraging them to educate themselves further or something. But I think in their mind, I think they felt a bit like you were trying to change them, that they weren't good enough as it was, like as they were before, like that it came across as a bit negative, I think. But I think they see you as a hero now. I think they understand it more, what you were trying to do, that you were just trying to better them and make them a better person. And I think now that this person has had a lot of time to contemplate over this relationship, I think they actually they regret the fact that they weren't grateful for your care and support, that you were supporting them to live up to their own potential, and so, and that it was because you saw something in them, that you saw that they could actually become successful, by just doing some minor steps in the right direction. And I think, yeah, I think they are grateful for your feedback now. They are grateful for what you told them and how you perceived them, and that you didn't perceive them as a failure. You saw them as a work in progress. And I think now they actually can appreciate that about you. So with the detective card, I think this person sees you as someone who's very intelligent, very good at seeing things clearly, very good at visualizing, very good at envisioning, very good at reading between the lines. And that you were very analytical and are still very analytical, and that you have a great gift of expressing yourself with words. With this card, like there's a book in front of this person's eye. So I think your ex sees you as very talented and very smart and very wise, and that you were very mature for your age and still are. So with the prostitute card, I think you should I think this card what I see from this card is that I think you should remember that this person sees you as the hero and the detective, and so there's something very good here. Like the hero says passion for a journey of personal empowerment. The detective card says great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. So very good cards. And this person sees you as very observational, very intuitive. Maybe you were also able to see right through this person. I think this person really liked that when you two were together. They felt like things could go in the unspoken. Like that, there were a lot of things that you didn't even have to talk about because you were just on the same page. You knew what each other were thinking. A lot of things did not have to a lot of arguments didn't have to happen because like you two could just give each other a look and you just knew what the other person meant. Like that maybe you two were very in sync. I think and I think that's also why this person was so puzzled when this relationship ended, because usually they knew what you were thinking, they knew what you were going to do and or how you felt, and I think they felt like you two were so in sync you didn't have to talk about things that were happening within the relationship, and I think this person just felt like it was because it was in the air. It was in that it was picked up on through more telepathic signals, and they seemed to fail to realize that you were plotting against them at some point when you ended this relationship. If you were the one ending the relationship, I think this person felt like they should have picked up on that but they didn't, and that wasn't, and that maybe you knew something about this person, like maybe you could see right through them, maybe you caught them in a lie or something, and I think they see you as someone like that maybe they knew that they wouldn't get away with it, because they knew that they couldn't actually lie to you because you always knew the truth, but still, like, this person has very good thoughts about you. They respect you, they admire you, but with the prostitute card, it's more like a bittersweet thing, where there has to be something bitter within the sweet, and the bitter is that, like, maybe this person feels like now that this relationship has ended, especially if it ended because of things that you didn't want to change, like if you wanted children and they didn't, or the other way around, that they might have felt like they couldn't control that they couldn't be ready prematurely, that they couldn't, and so that was out of their control in a way. For some of you, I feel like that this person felt like it wasn't, like the breakup was not their wished outcome. They would have wanted you to maybe change your ways in order to accommodate their needs or what they wanted, or and so I think there's a lack of sacrifice from either side. I don't know, and I think it's just with the prostitute card, I think this person feels like maybe you just wanted something different, or like and maybe they kind of feel like maybe you just wanted money, and maybe they couldn't give you money, so maybe they feel like you just came up with some excuse to end this, and maybe you made it out to be about children, or that this person has maybe justified it in their mind that the reason why you broke up was maybe not the reasons that you presented them with, that those reasons were just cop-outs from the actual reason, and that being that you would actually rather just be with someone who had more money, and especially if you're currently in a relationship with someone who has a steady job, maybe is a business owner or something, then I think this person feels like that was just what you wanted all along, and now you've gotten what you wanted, and you've just left this person behind because they couldn't give you what you actually wanted in a relationship, and that it might have just been money. And I don't know, but it might not resonate with all of you though. But yeah. But I think that's all I have for you, group number 3. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one, and have a great day, and bye. Hello, group number 4. You chose this Dame Fortune tarot deck, and I'm gonna start with some channeling, and then I'm gonna shuffle these cards for you. And I'm going to start with some channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 4, the people who will choose group number 4? What does their ex think of them? Okay, so I feel like this, like when you two were together, I think this person felt like you were a bit too much, or that you were a bit too talkative, or that you texted them too much or something, and that you were a bit clingy or something like that. But I feel like now, I think they see you on social media posting things where you are maybe extroverted, and like you show people what you're made of. Like you're not afraid of sharing personal stuff. Or I know that it might not be resonating with all of you. I know that maybe this is specific for a specific group of people, and so it might not be for all of you, but and like a group within this group, like but yeah, I think for some of you, I think you might have a social media presence, and you might be posting things where you're maybe showing your personality, your interesting personality, your bubbly personality, and all of these characteristics that used to rub this person the wrong way are suddenly starting to seem very charming to this person. So I think it has to do with the fact that you're getting getting positive feedback from other people, and I think that is something that drives this person. Like, this person does not have a mind of their own, so they can't form an opinion about someone unless they hear somebody else talk about that person, and then they just mimic what that person has just said, like a parrot. So I think if you have been posting some photos or some videos or something on social media, and you've got a lot of comments from people saying that you're awesome, and saying that you're amazing at what you do, and that you have such a great personality and all of that, or that you're very beautiful, and that I think I'm just sensing a lot of positive feedback, that you've got a lot of positive comments, and I think this person has just suddenly realized that you're great because everybody else thinks you're great, and they might not have noticed that before, because maybe when you were dating this person, you might not have posted a lot of pictures on social media at that time, so maybe this person didn't really have that validation from the public or from the people around, that like somehow this person I don't know, it like this person, like it's very hard because this person is so dependent on others. Like they don't have an independent thought ever. Like this. So yeah, so of course this person's thoughts of about you, like what they think of you, is reflected in what comments you get on your social media. if you get positive comments on your social media, this person thinks of you as all of that, like everything that, like then they, like if somebody calls you beautiful, then they think you're beautiful, but like they can't see that for themselves, because they have to hear it from somebody else first, and this is like a child in like a child on a playground playing with a toy, and then and being super indifferent of that toy up until the point when another child wants to play with that toy. Then they suddenly realize, oh, this toy is actually great. But up until that point, they just don't care about that toy. They can't see that it's a great toy, and so I think they realize now that you're a catch. They couldn't see it before, and so that's confirmation for you that this is someone who does not deserve you, and that it was very good that you got away from this person, because this person, this person didn't realize what they had, and they couldn't appreciate what they had, and so I'm gonna shuffle and see what the cards have to say about what your ex thinks of you right now. With the 8 of Wands, I think this person wants to contact you. This person wants to slip into your DMs. I think this person has been thinking of doing that, because this person has seen a lot of your pictures online, and I think they have a lot of desire for you now, desire that they didn't have before, but like suddenly it shifted, and I think they want to contact you again. They want to see if this could work out between you two, and I think this person believes that they are in love with you, but I don't think this person knows what love is or how it even feels to be in love with someone, because this person does not have independent thoughts. This person likes the people that other people like. This person falls in love with people who other people have fallen in love with. This person does not like a band unless there are fans to that band. This person does not like this. This person does not like a movie unless it's gotten a lot of good reviews. Like this person can't actually analyze something and just watch it and form a personal opinion about it. Like they have to mimic what everybody else has said. So this person could have like a personality disorder that just makes this person stuck in an identity crisis, where like they can't really figure out who they are, what they like, who they are independently from everybody else. This person probably had the worst time during COVID, because during COVID they didn't have anyone to mirror themselves in, and they need someone to mirror themselves in, and like they need another person to mimic. Because this person is an impersonator. They impersonate the people that they are with. They impersonate their friends. This person probably changes their personality depending on what friend they have just visited. Like if you were in a you probably noticed this when you were in a relationship with this person, that whenever they visited one friend, they always came home and was always very hostile when they came home. But then when they visited another friend, they would always come home and be very, very kind to you and say a lot of things that they wouldn't have said if they hadn't visited that specific friend. And that's because like they talk to that friend, and then the friend says, oh, you should be kinder to your girlfriend or boyfriend, and then they think, oh yeah, and then they go home and mimic what the friend suggested. Of course, this person is very suggestive or suggestible, or suggestive. This person, like this person is very easily influenced by other people. Like if somebody tells them to do something, they do it, and they also just change their behavior accordingly to who they talk to, but also not necessarily to make the person like them. It's more like whenever they are around another person, they just become that person. Like they just look at their behavior and then they just copy it. And I think it is because they don't have an identity on their own, and so they have to just be a copycat and copy whoever they are with. It's not like a gesture to that person. It's not something they do to accommodate that person's needs or wishes. It's just how they cope with life, and of course they can't really do anything about it. Like this is just how they function. So it is a mental illness, and so it's it would just be very it's just something you should be watchful of. Not because this person deserves to die alone, but just because they don't have just because they have a lack of sense, or a lacking sense of identity. But it is kind of hard to navigate through a lot of masks, like different masks, and like different versions of one person, where it's like it's a bit like being with and maybe this person could also have kind of like split personality, where this person might actually split into different personalities, but and again, like even if that is the case, then of course this person still deserves love and compassion and understanding. But I think it is maybe good for you to find someone who is a bit who's simpler to be with, because this is, of course, this is your ex, so you have already made that decision to move on from this, and I think that is a good decision to make for yourself, and this person also deserves to be with someone who like you deserve to be with someone who is simpler, and this person deserves to be with someone who can navigate through the chaos, or wants to navigate through the chaos. I bet you can actually do that too, but it all depends on like whether you are willing to take up that task, because it is a big task to take up. And I think it's like I completely understand that you didn't like that you didn't want or feel like this was worth it, because I think this person also might have done some things during your relationship that were very shady and manipulative, and like it might have come across as, or it might have come across as manipulative, because this person might have lied to you, but maybe they didn't realize that they were lying, because they were just like maybe in different mindsets, different like so maybe they didn't realize how toxic they actually were. But even though they didn't fully realize it, they still have to take accountability for it and understand how their behavior hurt you and put you in a bad situation. And so if they couldn't really understand you, then they don't really deserve your understanding either. So yeah, I think it's good that this ended, because I feel like there wasn't really understanding from this person's side either. So and yeah, it but I feel like this person wants to come back, and I think you should really consider this if you're considering saying yes to starting something with this person again, starting the relationship again. If you're considering it, then I think you should maybe reconsider, because I think it would just be more of the same. Like this person might come back and tell you that they have changed and that things are different now, that things are more stable, more steady, but I don't know if this is actually true, or if this is just something they say in order to win you over again. Like, and so maybe bear that in mind, that this person might not be completely truthful, and they might not be telling you the whole story. They might be leaving out some very important details that would be deal breakers for you if you knew about those. So yeah. With the Wheel of Fortune, I think they feel like they have a chance with you again. I think they have somehow convinced themselves that there is a possibility back to you, like that there is, that maybe they feel like they have a trick in their sleeve that they could use, and if they just said the right thing to you, then you would melt like butter or something. And it's kind of like, I don't think this person is thinking clearly. I think that is a long shot, and I don't think this person realizes how long of a shot that actually is. But yeah, I think this person wants to contact you, but it's like it's the intentions are sort of like they are very shallow. Like this person is a bit shallow. Like they just want to start a relationship with you again because you're beautiful, and they have heard other people tell you that you're beautiful, so they've gotten that validation from others, and they realize now that the characteristics that used to annoy them about you are characteristics that other people really love, and so they realize somehow that they were wrong for getting annoyed with you, or feeling like you were too much or too extravagant or too flamboyant or something, and that now they realize that that was actually your superpower, and they might even say some kind of cheesy things to you when they come back to you. When they contact you again, they might tell you that, oh, they didn't appreciate your how great you were, and like that they were the stupid one for not realizing how amazing you were, like that sort of thing. But I think it's true. I think, but again, it's more like now they feel like you have you have a following, or like if you are on social media and you have have a good bunch of followers, they see that, like they are so shallow that they only want to be with you because a lot of other people want to be with you. And they want to play with the toy that everybody else wants to play with on the playground, not because they want the toy, not because they find the toy fun to play with, but because they just don't want other people to have fun with it, because it's more a desire for something desirable, something that is considered desirable by other people. So I don't feel like this is actually genuine, but again, I don't know if this person can actually be genuine. So it's the genuine part, like that, it's very vague, because it doesn't really exist. This person cannot be genuine, cannot be authentic. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna shuffle some of these archetype cards just to get a bit more information on what your ex thinks of you. Okay, so with the gossip card, I think they see you as someone who, well, maybe they see you as a gossip, like someone who, like maybe they remember how it was to be in a relationship with you, and I think they remember that it was actually really fun to be with you, because maybe because you I don't know, like, but maybe at the time I think they just felt like you were like it's a hard time, it's a hard card to really figure out it. But of course, the light attributes of this card says awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. So I think this person sees you as a very trustful person, someone they could trust in the past, and maybe they also feel like they can trust you now, like that they can trust you with a secret. That they also feel like if they contacted you, that you wouldn't expose them to everyone, like that it would stay between you two. And so I think they feel like there's not a lot at stake if they contacted you again, because they know that you're not gonna you're not gonna file a police report against them for stalking you, which is maybe something this person has experienced before. And so I don't know, like that's another thing. I don't know where that came from, but I think they see you as very considerate. With the addict card, I think they see you as someone who's not an addict, that you're not addicted to anything or anyone, that you're very independent. You don't get codependent. You don't get dependent on someone. You don't need to be in a relationship to feel fulfilled, and that's something this person can't relate to, because I think this person needs to be with someone. They need to have constant validation. They need to have someone they can mirror themselves in, and they need to be able to to parrot someone, like just mimic somebody else. And so they are very addicted to people, being with people. And that's also why it was hard for them to be during COVID, because they didn't have people around them. And they are very addicted to socializing, to being with people. And so I think they felt like they didn't know who they were during COVID, that they got really lost. And maybe they even formed an addiction during COVID, but might have also been brewing before COVID. So I think they see you as very clean, very sober, someone who doesn't need anyone or anything to function well and function normally. You don't have to get wasted just to be able to have a conversation with people, which is maybe something this person feels like they need to. Like they need to be somehow intoxicated in order to keep a conversation going. Maybe, I don't know. And so I think they also, I think this person is very I think this person admires you for your ability to be social without like that you're just naturally social, that you're that you are very good at expressing yourself and exposing yourself, like exposing your personality, maybe on social media. And I think this person finds that very courageous, something that they wouldn't want to do, or that they feel more reluctant to do somehow. So with a mother card, I think this person sees you as very caring and very supportive, and very nurturing, and someone who could be a very good mother. And I think maybe this person has lived their life in the fast lane for a very long time, and I think maybe now they feel like they want to shift that and shift over to a more quiet road, where they can actually like get the speed down and actually live a more simple life where they can just form a family. And I think they might have been looking at the people around them, maybe the people that they used to date in the past, and you're one of those. And I think they have thought of like who could actually be great as a mother of their future child. And I think they have picked out you as the best fit to have a child with. Maybe because of your great genes, because you're very good looking, but maybe also because of your, and very likely also because of your nurturing and caring qualities. So I think they regret that they couldn't appreciate you when they had you, that they took you for granted and didn't treat you well, that they didn't treat you like a queen and all of that, that they were very selfish towards you. And I think they know that, but it's like I'm not really getting a very genuine apology from this person. I don't think this person is going to apologize for what they did. And if they can't apologize for what they did in the past, then this person is not worth your time. So, and even if they apologize, I think you should still be a bit watchful of this person. Don't let this person trick you into use your psychic abilities and like follow your intuition on this one, because I know for some of you maybe it would be wouldn't be the worst idea to maybe go on a date with this person just to see if this person actually has changed. But for most of you, I think it would be better to just shut that down completely and move on and find somebody else, someone who's gonna treat you the way you're supposed to be treated. So yeah, but I think that's all I have for you, group number 4. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And have a great day, and bye.